Oh, okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Today we're having a live for practicing the sentence transformation task in the reading and use of English exams, which are for Cambridge or PET. They also have them in Escuela de Idiomas. Let me just take, I've got my arm, look, a brace on my arm. So I'm just going to take that off so I can write a bit better. I should have taken it off before starting the live, but I forgot. Okay, so buenos dias. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do the sentence transformation task in the reading and use of English. You usually find this exam on this particular paper on the Cambridge exams, so the preliminary English test, the PET, or the First Certificate of English, the FCE exam. Excuse me. And these are notoriously, they're usually very difficult for people to do, or more difficult for people to do. You get 2 points for each of these. They've started to include them, I've noticed, in Escuela de Idiomas exams as well. Okay, so if you're going to present for any one of those exams, then these questions are things that you would have to practice. And basically they show your ability to change a sentence from one, change a sentence, but the meaning is the same. And that's why it's reading and use of English. Okay, so first of all, let me let you know, if you go to YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or Twitch or whatever, my username is the same. It's at Isla Idiomas. After this live, I do tend to upload the lives a few days later onto my YouTube in case you want to revisit them or rewatch them, or take screenshots or download stuff, or whatever. My website address is www.islaidiomas.com. This is for classes in the south of Tenerife. I am living in Tenerife. I have lived in Tenerife for 23 years. I am originally from Manchester. I am native British English. And I have an academy in Playa San Juan in the south of Tenerife, where I do not one-to-one, but presencial, clases presenciales. I also design materials for teachers and for students, and these materials I upload to classroomgames.net, which is another website I have. So you can go there and see what I have there. If you follow me here on TikTok, I do actually, when I upload new materials, I will say so and put them on the TikTok and announce stuff on TikTok. So if you follow me on TikTok, I would be most appreciative. Okay, so this is the transformation task. There are 2 transformation tasks. The first one is a word transformation, where you get a lot of text with missing words, and then at the end of the line there is a word that you need to change. That's one which we'll do another day. We'll do that another day. And this one is called the keyword transformation task. So what you're given is one sentence. So, for example, this one, I didn't understand his explanations. And you're given a word. And then you're given a second sentence, I didn't know what about. And you have to finish this sentence or complete this sentence using between 2 and 5 words only, so that it has a similar meaning. Okay? So that it means pretty much the same. And you have to use the word given. In this case, the word given is was. Okay? I didn't understand his explanations, and you're given was. So was has to appear here within the 2 to 5 words. to complete this sentence to make it mean the same as this sentence. Now, feel free to have a go and put in the comments if you think you can do what you think it should be in the second sentence. Only 2 to 5 words. Can't be longer than 5 words, can't be less than 2 words. Okay, if you have contractions like don't or isn't or things like that, counts as 2 words. That counts as 2 separate words. It's do and not. Okay, so this one, I didn't, that would be 2 words. Yeah, but anyway, it's only what's in this space that we're going to concern ourselves with between 2 and 5 words. We have to use was. So, tip for doing this, yeah, a really good way of completing this task is you try and figure out which part of that sentence is going to be in here and with this word. So here we've got I didn't know, okay? And here we've got I didn't understand, which I didn't know and I didn't understand are quite synonymous. So I didn't understand and I didn't know. So this part we can get rid of. Okay, now we've got, sorry, I seem to have something stuck in my throat today. I didn't know, and then we have what and about. Okay, I have a drink here, so I'll take a drink. Because I had a feeling I might start coughing. Okay, I didn't know what, and we need was in there. So we have to think of something that means his explanations or means this, but has what and was and about in the sentence. So can anyone give a guess as to what it could be? This is level B1, okay? This is level for the PET exam. I'm starting with the easier ones. So I didn't know what something about. It has to use the word was in it. And his explanations. So we're going to need a he there. So we're going to need he, maybe. And an explanation. It's usually something that you are expected to know as a like an expression, frase hecha, or a phrasal verb or something like that. He was talking about. Thank you, Marco. That's correct. I didn't know what he was, so we've got our word in there, talking. That's correct. So, I didn't know what he was talking about. Means the same. I didn't understand his explanations. So we've got 1, 2, 3 words there. That's between 2 and 5. That is correct. And that would be 2 points because it's 100% correct. So you would get 2 points for that. You usually have, I think, 5 of these sentences, maybe more depending on the exam. What he was talking about. Yeah. Irenita, you got it. Excellent. Marco, yeah. Excellent. Very good. Okay. So our next sentence is who thought of that solution? And we've got who and that solution. So we can get rid of who and we've got that solution there. So we can get rid of that. So we've got came as our word, which has to be in here. And it says thought of. To think of something and that solution. So it's to think of something with the word came. Now this is came up. Well done, Chris. He came up. Came up. We need another word in there as well. Came up with. Yep, that's right. Excellent. We're good at these, aren't we? Excellent. Came up with. So this is a phrasal word, a 3-part phrasal verb. And if we remember, if you know about phrasal verbs, the first part is always the bit that conjugates, and the other 2 parts just go with it. It's a 3-part phrasal verb. Who came up with that solution? So that's another 2 points there. Excellent. So our third one is, he doesn't usually fail his exams. So we have he here. We're going to get rid of that. We've got his exams there. So hardly is our word, and doesn't usually fail. Now this is an adverb of frequency, isn't it? Yeah. He hardly ever. Excellent. He hardly ever. Right. Between Mark and Irenita, we've got it. You could use hardly ever passes as well, but we've got a word to fail there. So if we try and use it, but it is hardly ever. So we've got usually is, quite often, it's above often in our adverbs of frequency, and it says doesn't usually, so it's the opposite. So hardly ever is at the other end of the scale. And because it's he, then it would have to be fails. Okay? It would have to be fails. And they're doing that on purpose. Yeah, they do that on purpose because our S is here for the present simple, isn't it? On this one, because it's negative. Whereas here, because we're making it positive, we have to put our S on the fails. Okay, so if we don't put fails with an S, or we just put hardly fails, it hardly ever fails because of the usually there. It's the opposite of usually. It would have been 1 point, but because it's hardly ever fails, that would be 2 points. Okay? Benidorm in your photo. No, Benidorm, I don't understand. Louisette, I don't understand Benidorm. I'm not in Benidorm, I'm in Tenerife. Okay, I'm in the sort of southwest of Tenerife. Isla Idiomas, my photo at the top. Benidorm in my photo, where's that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining and following and the likes. Anyway, okay, she didn't answer the phone during dinner. She didn't answer the phone and dinner here. So she didn't answer the phone, we can get rid of. And we've got dinner here. So we've got while. We've got to use while in here. While she was having. Excellent. That's really good. While she was having. Excellent, because while sort of indicates the past continuous, doesn't it? So that's excellent there. She didn't answer the phone while she was having dinner is correct. Another 2 points. Okay, very good. Okay, so I've got 2 pages of these ones, but I have got the harder ones as well. So if we're doing so well, I might get some of the harder ones out at the end of here. So number 5, it says, you stole my wallet, didn't you? And this is reported speech, isn't it? It's going to be reported speech because this is a quotation. That should have exclamation marks at both ends. Oh, sorry, not exclamation marks, speech marks. So we've got he. So in reported speech, you is becoming he. And his wallet would be my wallet there. So what did he is speaking, so we're going to use accused. He accused me. So he accused me. Anyone? Of stealing. Yes, Chris, that's right. Of stealing. He accused me of stealing his wallet. Okay, because we're changing who is doing what to whom. Okay, he accused me of stealing his wallet. Very good. Okay, our 6th one here. Why ing? Right, because you wouldn't say he accused me of steal. It's something he was doing at the time. He accused me of stealing, so it's continuous. Yeah, he's actually doing this thing. You stole my wallet, didn't you? But he accused me of doing that thing, of doing that action. So we need ing on there. The trip was too expensive for me. So we have enough. So I would be the me. To go on the trip, we've got the trip. So was too expensive, and we have enough. So it's going to be after preposition, gerund. Yeah, that as well. Thank you, Marie Antoinette. Okay, the trip was too expensive for me. He accused me of stealing his wallet. The trip was too expensive for me. I, enough to go on the trip. Didn't have enough money. Yes, pal, that's correct. I didn't have enough. I can't fit it on money. So one, two, three, 4 words. Excellent. I didn't have enough money because it was too expensive. Yeah, if you had enough money, then it wasn't too expensive. It was the right amount of money. So you have to have the didn't in there to say, I hadn't enough money. No, because that would turn it into, that would be a perfect sentence if you're using had as the auxiliary. So had, hadn't would be a perfect sentence. So you'd have to have I hadn't had enough money. You'd have to have a past participle verb after hadn't. So we're doing the negative of tener, of to have. So it has to be in simple, so well, past simple, didn't have. And the auxiliary verb in simple tenses is always do. If it's past simple, it would be did. Okay. Number 7, we have, I'll lend you my laptop if you promise to take care of it. So we've got I'll lend you my laptop is the same on both of those. You promise to take care of it is the same here. So basically, yeah, we're using long for if. As long as. As long as. Well done. Very good. Andrea, Blanco, everyone. How many people have answered how long as? Raquel, Marta? Yeah, everyone. Very good. As long as. Yeah, fantastic. And this is a really good when you're learning when you're doing stuff for either the PET or the first certificate, when you have to do the what's it called, the picture descriptions in the speaking part of the exam. Comparatives are something you really should have, both these as long as or as big as tall as, and then the and est forms or the more and most forms, because they ask you to compare and contrast. So when you're comparing, you use a lot of these forms. So it's something to revise if you're getting ready for an exam. Okay, I don't know why we went to the performance. So going to the performance, went to the performance, going to the performance, and going to the performance, waste and time. Very good, we've got a waste of time. Going to the performance was a waste of. These are very common things that they will stick in exams. Yeah, things that go together, which are called collocations. So a waste of time, spend time. So you might see spend here in some of the questions as well. Something that they like to do to test your knowledge of collocations. I'd prefer to go to Madrid on holiday. So I'd prefer, and we have rather, which to Madrid on holiday. I'd prefer, so it's I'd rather go. Yeah, I'd rather go. Okay, I'd rather go to Madrid on holiday. Excellent, so that's 1, 2, 3 words. You notice everything usually has only one possible answer. Okay, could you lend me your car tomorrow? So could you, and we've got would you. So they're sort of using the same way of speaking. So with modals and conditionals, could you or would you? And tomorrow, lend me your car. What does it mean rather? If you say I would rather, it's the same as I'd prefer. So I would prefer. I would rather do this thing than this thing. So I would prefer to do this thing rather than this thing. I'd rather eat jamon serrano to jamon York, for example, because it's far tastier. So I'd rather is exactly the same. It's synonymous of I'd prefer. Okay, you're welcome, Marta. So here we have, could you lend me your car tomorrow? So would you and could you cancel each other out. Tomorrow cancels it out there. And mind for lend me your car. Would you? Anyone get it? Would you mind? Yeah, would you mind? You've got going. Yeah, you need a gerund after this. Would you mind lending me? Lending, because we've got lend here. So we're going to use the same. Would you mind lending me your car? It'll have to be the same. Yeah, your car. Your car tomorrow. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The full 5 words there. Won't get away with what you did. You wouldn't get away with what you did. Is that further on? Are we looking at the next? Yes, you're doing the next question. Okay, you're getting ahead of me. You'll be punished for what you did. Yes, so we've got a you here. Oh, sorry, you here. You will, isn't it? And what you did here, what you did there. So will be punished for. You will become won't. Yeah, or you'll never get away. Yeah, so it'd be will or won't. You will never get away. That works as well. You'll be punished for it. You won't get away. Which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, or you will never get away. Also is 4 words. Okay. So I think both of those will be accepted because both are correct. You'll never get away. Get away, what does it mean? To get oh, this is my favourite phrasal verb in the whole English language. It really is. Get away with. Okay, I'm going to turn over for this. Get away with is the phrasal verb. Okay, you can get away with something. Yeah, get away with something is when, for example, I go to a bank and I rob a bank and I get all the money. And I go away and I live happily ever after and no one actually arrests me or brings me back or anything. I get away with it. I get away with the crime. Okay, to get away with something. Or it can be something really, really simple. So it could be, for example, that you go to work and you are supposed to wear a suit, for example, at work, because the dress code at work is to dress smartly. But you go in jeans and a shirt one day and no one says anything about it. So that is, you got away with, so this would be what conjugates, you got away with wearing more casual clothes at work. Okay, so get away with, in Spanish, it's I got away with it would be me sale con la mía. Okay? I mean, it's my favourite phrasal verb of all the phrasal verbs to be on here. Thank you, Copernico. Yeah, and I have in my notes on Apple on my Apple Notes. I have OneNotes, which is all Spanish expressions, and I have that one on there. So I always remember that one, me sale con la mía. And I always put things in my notes so that I remember it, all the expressions that I like and that I hear, so that then I can go back and revise them. It's a really good idea to do. So that's how I improve my Spanish. If you want to improve, I've got a bit of sellotape here that's stuck to the paper and listening. Okay, here we are. He has donated a lot of money to charity. He has donated, so we're going to use donation. So we're taking it from the past tense to a noun, aren't we? Because that's past simple and that's a noun. In fact, it's the past participle because it's after has. So that's an auxiliary. And then we've got past participle. So we've got he has there. We can take that out. To charity, take that out. Donated a lot of money, but we're making donated into a noun. So what do we do with donations? Madre, a big donation. Do you prepare classes online? In what way? Do you mean, do I do classes online with people? I have done in the past. I tend to do most of my classes in my classroom, but because that's all my time. But I can if I got together a group of people, like 3 or 4 people online, then it would and had a group, a small group, then that, because I like to play games, yeah, and have conversations. So it makes which level is this? This level is B1, okay? This is a B1 level. The B2 is slightly harder and tends to use more expressions. Yes, everyone, it's correct. Made a huge donation or made a big donation. He has made a lot of money. I like the word huge, but big would be fine. Donation. To make a donation is a collocation. To make a donation. This is not B2, it's B1. It's B1. It's B1, yeah. This is the taken from PET. If you want to, I got these from englishpractice.at, which is a website that's got lots and lots of these on. Yeah, the word transformations. Shout out to them because they produce these questions. But you can find them all over the internet. Yeah, you can find them everywhere. You just type in keyword transformation. That's it says here. Keyword transformation is the name of the actual exercise. There's keyword transformation and then there's word transformation, which is a different exercise, which we'll do a different day, which involves having a text and then certain words are missing within the text and the word is at the end, and you have to make a transformation from that word into a similar word. So for example, like donation here is a noun, so you might have to put donated, you might have to put donating or something like that. So you're given a word at the end which you have to transfer. That's another part of this exam, the reading and use of English, which is notoriously hard for most people. I had a student do it last year. I was very proud of her. I don't know if she's here today because she does it. Sometimes she pops into my lives, Susanna, and she got virtually 100% on it, and I was really proud of her. So it's supposed to tell them that you have enough knowledge about English that you can see how you can translate things or say them in different ways. And it's like the exercises I used to do in 3rd of ESO. Is it? Well, you must have been in a good ESO then to do these in 3rd of ESO. I'm not going out unless the weather gets better, me neither. Oh, is that the next one? Yeah. Sorry, you're doing the next 2 questions ahead of me, aren't you? Yeah, me neither. The weather's crap today here in Tenerife. It's raining. Where I live anyway. So the children are allowed to watch TV until 9 o'clock. So their parents, Oh, why am I crossing that out? Their parents. TV until 9 o'clock. It's this one I'm crossing out. So their parents, so we're talking about the children, are allowed, let. Can you do the same exercises but C1? Yes, I can. Let the children watch, yeah. Because to be allowed to do something is also, we can say let. Their parents let the children watch. This is where I'm going to find it hard to write, isn't it? Because I'm at the end of the page, so my hand's not holding the phone in one hand and doing this. If the weather doesn't improve, I'm not going out. And we've got unless. And someone, what am I saying? Let the children, yes, I can do the same exercises in C1, but I'll do them. We'll go up to B2 after this. I was going to go up to I was just going to do more of B1, but after this page, when we get to this, we'll do some B2 ones so you can see the difference in level. And then another day, I'll do another live at C1. I really need to, can you show us? I really need to practice. Okay. If the weather doesn't improve, I'm not going out with unless. Well, unless means si no, so it's the same as si, if. So it's like if not, I'm not going out. And we had someone answer this before. We just scroll back. I'm not going out unless the weather gets better. Yes, I'm not going out unless the weather. Okay, there we go. I'm not going out unless the weather gets better. So the weather doesn't improve would be better. If I'm not going out is there. So unless the weather doesn't. Okay. It was foolish of me to get up so early. It was foolish. Yeah, it was foolish. Foolish means it was silly. It was stupid of me. Yeah. Get up so early is now got up early. Got up so early. So we're taking it into the past here. We need to notice that. It was foolish of me. Can you see what's happened? So we've got, it was foolish of me to get up. So it was stupid of me. Does anyone know? We're going to have to take this into negative because we're using need here. Let me move that further down. Need. So I need to get up early is not right, is it? Or it was foolish of me. Something that says you shouldn't have done it. Anyone? Anyone can get this one. It's going to be negative, so we're going to have a not in there. That's a clue. I didn't need to, but it's got. So we can't have didn't because we've got a got, yeah, because I didn't need to get up so early. So we're using the other form. So you can say I didn't need to, or you can say I needn't have. I shouldn't have wouldn't work because we don't have need in it, and we've got to use need. But we can use needn't. Needn't means need not. I needn't have. And that's why they've put the got in there in past tense to check whether or not you can do that. So I needn't have got up so early means I didn't need to get up so early. Or it was foolish of me to get up so early. Okay, so instead of going on to more B1 ones, let me grab these are all my live preparation sheets for different classes. So here's a list of B2 ones. Okay, so these are a little bit harder. So these were going to be more to do with expressions. You're going to have more collocations in there, things, more phrasal verbs in there that you're expected to know. So Our first one, this is B2 level. So as you say, B2 keyword transformation. If you want to download this particular sheet, it's called KWT001 and you can find it on the englishpractice.at website. Okay. And there are others. I've printed off a few of them. There's about 4, I think, on there. I'll be doing them on different weeks or whatever, because I'm trying to do lives on different levels during each week. I'm doing about 3 to 4 lives a week at the moment, and I'm trying to do different levels throughout the week, so everyone gets a chance to have a look. Okay, so she wasn't the least bit surprised. She wasn't the least bit surprised to find out that her husband had an affair. Oh, there's a sentence. It wasn't. So we've got it wasn't, she wasn't there. To find out that her husband had an affair. To find out that her husband had an affair. And we have to use the word surprise. So we've got surprise here, but we need to put it into the present tense. It wasn't a surprise to her. Very good, Irenita. That's nice, that, isn't it? A surprise. So we're turning that into a noun instead of a verb. Surprise to her. So you can see the difference, though. That's slightly more difficult than the ones we were doing before, than these. Yeah? Why not surprising to her? Because we have to use surprise. We have to use surprise. It says surprise there, so you've got to use surprise. If you put surprising, it's not surprise. So they're using it. You've got to realise that you're changing it into a noun in that particular. So a surprise rather than surprising, which is a verb as well. This is surprise as well. Surprise, that's a verb. People don't play any board games today, and we have popular. And we have board games. So we've got our board games there. So popular in here, a bit that says popular, people don't play anymore. Okay, so what's your name? Teofilo. Oh, no, Teofilo. Sorry, I didn't get the accent in the right place then. Aren't popular anymore. Board games aren't popular anymore. Excellent. Aren't popular anymore. Remember, it's between 2 to 5 words that we have to use. 2 to 5 words. So it doesn't say at the top of this one 2 to 5 words. That's what you usually have to do. Aren't popular anymore. Excellent. Not as popular as today. Board games aren't as popular as today. So let's have a look. Aren't would be 2 words. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Aren't as popular as today. Yeah. Would be, this is classed as 2 words because it's are not. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. So this one would get you 1 point. You definitely get a point for that. But this one would get the 2 points because it uses between 2 and 5 words. Where can we find all these resources? These particular questions I found, as I just said, they're on this website, english-practice.at. Okay, that's where I downloaded them from. But you can just type in this into Google. If you type in Cambridge keyword transformation and then put PDF or something like that after it, yeah, PDF, or worksheet, Cambridge, and there are loads. They're all over the internet. I just didn't want to write my own because they take a while to work out. Okay, there's also, I use in my classes, there's the Cambridge Objective books I really like. If you're looking for books I mean, I don't get paid for them or anything. But I use, if I'm preparing people for a Cambridge exam, those are my preferred books to use. The Cambridge Objective First or the Objective Pet. There are some units in it that I don't like as much as others. I find that the Objective Key and the Objective Pet are written more for younger people, so teenagers, but there are some parts of it that are still good for adults. Really think that someone needs to write. I have actually offered to do it myself. I might try and do it myself, but write some sort of book that prepares people for Cambridge exams that is aimed at adults in the lower levels, because a lot of these books I find tend to assume that it's only teenagers that are learning English at lower levels at like A2 or B1, and they're not older until they're at B2. But that's just not true. There are loads and loads of adults that start on their English journey a little bit later, and I find some of the materials a little bit patronising, which is why I try to write stuff myself sometimes. But in general, the Cambridge Objective, I'll write it here, Cambridge Objective series, I do like. So you've got Objective Key, Objective Pet, Objective First, and there's also, I think it's the Objective CAE if you're doing higher level like C1. They've got a whole series and they're about 30 to 40 euros each, I think. You're best off getting the ones that have the audio with them, because then otherwise you get stuck and you don't have any of the audio tasks. But they are very good books because they use English in real situations, but they also have, at the end of each unit, they will have an exam folder, and the exam folder shows you how the exams work so that you can practice using the exams. Okay, so let's do the next one, number 3. So this is B2 level we're doing now. It isn't my fault that the bus is late, and we're using blame. It isn't my fault, and we've got I'm the bus being so late. So we've got bus is late there. They're saying the bus is so late. So anyone have an idea on that one? We're using blame in our section. Blame is the word. I'll just leave that there as well if you need my socials and stuff like that. Put it at the top so you can see. And website address. Any ideas on this one? So what do we say about blame? Not in blame, almost. Not to blame. I'm not to blame. Blame. I'm not to blame. I am not to blame. And then we've got the bus being so late. We need another word here. Oh, I'm cooked. Are you? You're cooked. I'm not to blame for, there we go, for the bus being so late. Excellent. I'm not to blame for the bus being so late. We need for. That the bus, I'm not to blame that the bus was so late would be maybe be better. Yeah, I'm not to blame for if it's the bus being. Okay, that's really good. It is said that Beethoven wrote that symphony. It is said, credited. I'm not taking the blame for the bus being so late. Yep, you could say I'm not taking the blame, to take the blame. Let's have a look. I'm not taking the blame. So not taking the blame for. Yep, that would work because it's 5 words. Here we've got 4 words, so the 2 would be correct. It is said that Beethoven wrote the symphony. So Beethoven has been credited for writing. Excellent. So we got that symphony there. Beethoven wrote, it is said that he has been credited. He has been credited for writing that symphony. He has been credited for writing that symphony. Excellent. We're doing well here, aren't we? My uncle was driving the lorry when it crashed. The lorry is here. When it crashed is here. This is the passive. Yeah, that's right. The lorry was, this is the passive. Driven, was driving. Almost, we're almost, was being driven. Thank you, Maria. Was being driven. Was being driven by my uncle, but we don't have to say that. Let's go, where's a scrap of paper? I've got, the ones that I used earlier. Passive, one of my favourite things is the passive. So we need be plus the past participle. So the question was, my uncle was driving. Was driving. So we need to put, that's present continuous, well, that's past continuous. So we need to put be in the past continuous, which is, be goes into the past continuous. So that was being. So that's be in the past continuous. And then our past participle of drive is driven. Was being driven. So that's how we make the passive. Yeah. I did a class on the passive. If you want the class on the passive, I probably will do another one in the future because I love the passive. But the one I did, I think last week, is on my YouTube channel already. And you can download it from there, which is also at Isladiomas. That's on YouTube as well. Okay, I'll put that there. So that is why we have was being driven. Ecologists around the world are worried about the problem. So worried here and concerned are synonymous, aren't they? Ecologists around the world is here. We can get rid of that. About the problem, are worried, very easy, are concerned. That's one of the easiest ones there. In fact, I wouldn't say that was a B2 level one. I would say that was a bit easier, but anyway. So, you can try to open the safe with the key, but it won't work. Point. There is, instead of, you can try the safe with a key. So we've got the safe with that key. The safe with that key is here, but it won't work. No point in what? We've got the verb open there. No point in. And then we need our verb. No point in trying to open. There's no point in trying to open. No point in trying to open is 6 words. Opening is better. Thank you. No point in opening the safe with that key because that's put 4 words after a preposition, opening. Okay. The accused refused to answer the questions without his lawyer. So we've got the accused here. This is what I always do. This is a good way of doing this. If you can't work it out, you cross off the bits that are the same. Yeah. The accused, present before answering any questions, refused to answer questions. So answer questions without his lawyer. The accused insisted on. Yeah. Insisted. What did he insist on? He insisted on what? So his lawyer here insisted on his lawyer being, yeah. His lawyer being present. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Correct. He insisted on not talking, but we've got present here, haven't we? So it's to be present at a place. That insisted on, yeah, his lawyer, but we have to have being as well, because you are present. You are present, so it will be conjugate the verb to be, being present. The letter has nothing to do with you, concern. So, yeah, so we've got, if you notice what they're doing, are concerned about. So they put about there, concerned about, insist on. So they've got insisted on. They're looking for things. And then to be present. These are the collocations that, the things that go together quite often in English. That's why they use them. The letter has nothing to do with you. The letter is no concern to you. We need another word here. It is no concern, yeah, but it's, anyone? Of no concern. The letter is of no concern. It's of no concern to you. So that means it's nothing to do with you. This is of no concern. It's none of your business. There's another way. That's none of your business. Please go away. Yeah. Okay. The company would benefit from hiring new workers. So we've got it would be. So we've got would. We're going into the passive again, aren't we? To hire new workers, hiring new workers there. It would be beneficial to companies' interests. Okay. Beneficial. I like that. Beneficial. It's not what I was thinking, you see. Beneficial to companies' interests. Companies' interests. Does anyone have another one? Beneficial, I would say to the company's interest maybe, but it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 5 interesting for the company too. Okay, it will be interesting for the company to hire new workers, yeah. But interesting you can't have because it's interests. Has to be interests. Has to be that particular word. It would be of interest to. It would be of interest to, yeah. I think I was thinking it would be of no. Companies, no, it wouldn't be IES because we're talking about the company. It's one company, one. So, and it's the interests of the company. So the interests belong to the company. So, company. And then we need apostrophe S for belonging, the Saxon genitive. De la compagnia. Yeah, that's right. Porque es de la compañía. So it belongs to the company. Whereas companies, like that, is the plural of company. What was that? It would be in the company's interests too. It would be in the company's interest too, but we've got it would be in the company's interests is 4 words. So that would work as well. That was what I was thinking of. That was what it was in my head. But I do like this as well. It would be beneficial to the company's interest. Oh, yeah, that sounds nice too. And they're both within 5 words. So they're both correct. I never thought I would enjoy so much this kind of exercise. I'm glad you like them. I tend to do some exercises. Other days we'll do speaking stuff. Other days we'll do games. Today because it's a Sunday, I've just been doing my exercises. So I am I've not had a shower yet, so that's why we're looking at a piece of paper today rather than being in front of the camera. So, John and his wife seem to have no similarities. John and his wife seem to have no similarities. So we've got John and his wife seem, okay, with each other. So, to have nothing in common. Yep. To have nothing in common. Very nice. They have nothing in common with each other, so they don't have anything similar. Do you do C2 level? I can do C... Oh, gosh. 1 second. My TV just went on because I had it on pause. Yeah, can do C2 level. I can do... I'll tell you what. We'll make a date now for next Sunday that we will play an escape game online. This is not C1, this is B2 level. This is B2. We'll do an escape game next weekend. I'll put it on my events, and if you want to join in, because obviously if there's 164 people on here right now, and a lot of you are commenting, so we can actually do an escape game with that amount of people in a class, and it's really, really good fun. So yeah, follow along for that, and next Sunday at 12 o'clock we will do an escape game. Where did you get these exercises from? I did mention this earlier. It's right here at the bottom of the thing. I got these particular exercises from english-practice.at. That's the website I got them from. I didn't write them myself. Sometimes I do write stuff myself. These ones I just got offline because I needed something for today. They're called the keyword transformations. Yeah, this is the sheet we're particularly working on at the moment. But if you search on Google for keyword transformation PDF or keyword transformation task, keyword transformation worksheet or something like that, and then the level you want, either B1, B2, there's absolutely loads online. There are a lot of websites that you can just download them for free. Yeah, you can also find them on the Cambridge website themselves. If you get past papers of Cambridge, I think there's like 1 or 2 past papers you can download, so you can see, but that will be the entire paper, and you'll only probably get about 5 questions on that, maybe 6. Okay. He doesn't appreciate anything. Now, I think someone already mentioned this, and we've everything for granted. Yeah, he takes, there we go. Who was that wrote that? It's all scrolled up now. Fatima, yeah. He doesn't appreciate anything would mean he takes everything, because it's the opposite, everything instead of anything. Everything, thing, not thinned, for granted. He takes everything for granted. Okay. When I studied at university, I never had enough money. So short, we've got here, when I studied at university, get rid of, I, get rid of, I. Granted is negative. Well, granted, everything to take, this is, let me see, let me just look at something. He doesn't appreciate anything. He takes everything for granted. To take something for granted, it's a collocation. You take things for granted means you don't appreciate things. So it's synonymous. Why have my lights just gone off somewhere? Some lights just went off in my house. I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't appreciate anything. He takes things for granted. So this means the same. To take things for granted means you don't appreciate. Was always short of money. Yeah, when I studied, I never had enough money. Using short. When I studied university, I never. So that would become always. I was always short of money. Excellent. Okay. So we've got only 2 more. Everyone came to the party apart from Kathy. Everyone came to the party. We've got here, everyone came to the party. And we've got Kathy there. Couldn't it be on? Always short on money. Is that what you're saying, Pablo, in the previous question? with the exception of, yeah, everyone came to the party with the exception. Yes, right, let me have a look, Pablo, give me a second. Short on money? No, you're short of money. This is just frase hecha. It's the way we always say, I'm short of money. I'm not. I wouldn't really say I'm short on money. I understand you if you say that, but it sounds more correct to say short of money. Paula, B2. Yeah, this particular one is B2. Earlier we did B1. Where is it? B1. Those are the B1 ones. If you want to take a screenshot, I'll put it there for you, of the B1 ones and our corrections. Yeah, it could give you time to clear the screen and clear display, and then. But I will be putting this on. May you explain the previous sentence? Can you tell me which sentence you want me to explain? Which one? Give me a number. You are missing the was in short of money. When I say I have. Yes, I have, haven't it? Was always short of money. Thank you. You can say except of. No, because you have to use this word, exception. You always have to use the word in brackets and you can't change it. Yeah, so you can't say except of, with the exception of. Why is it not I was short of money? It is I was always short of money, because you've got adverb of frequency here, which is never. Yeah, so you need an adverb of frequency that means the same thing. It has to mean the same thing or have the same meaning. So I never had enough money. I was always short of money. That has the same meaning. Will you do Advanced C1? Yes, I've said to other people in this, I'll do Advanced C1 another day. If you're requesting Advanced C1, I will do one of Advanced C1. Maybe later on in the week. Yeah. So I will write that down after things I have to prepare for. Okay. Just keep an eye, if you follow me, and then keep an eye on the live events that I'll tell on my profile. If you click on my profile, I usually upload the events that I'm going to do on there, and it will say live events, and then you can click on that and it'll show you what's coming up. And if it's C1, then I'll put C1 on it so you can have a look. Okay, last one. They are building some new apartments in the suburbs. So construction is a noun. New apartments we've got here. In the suburbs we've got here. So they are building some. So this is another sort of frase hecha, collocation of when we are saying something is being built. Very good, Pablo. Are currently in construction? No, it's another under construction. Yep, Darius, you got it. New apartments, you could say are under construction, are currently under construction. Under construction, I'm going to have to go under here. Yeah, are currently under construction would be fine as well. It would be under construction. They are under construction if they are being built. Well done. So we've done well here. I'll turn my camera around now. You can see my unshowered hair. Why under? Because that's a collocation of under it means to be built. We say under construction. It's like saying spend money. You always spend money and spend time. There are certain things that go together in English that you have to learn. Podemos hacer Cambridge reading and use of English part 3. Okay, I'm going to write down now all the things that you're asking for. So I've got people asking for C1 keyword transformation. And then reading and use of English part 3. What level on that one? El de la palabrita. Yeah, okay, that's the word transformation. word transformation, which is the other word trans. I'll put transformation. B2. Okay, B2. So we'll do that. And so this, I'll try and do these two things this week. It's very difficult. Yes, it is. So this is why it's good to practice them. And as I said, if you're doing the sentence, if you do this trick, so look at what you've got and then cross it out, then you can see a bit more easily exactly what you have to do. B2, thanks. Okay. But yeah, and then escape game. Escape game. I'll show you how to use, if you're a teacher, I'll show you how to use escape games in class, online or whatever, how you can use escape games. So we'll do that on next Sunday. Okay, I will program that next Sunday. If you're following me, then you will get, I will put a video on about half an hour or an hour before. If you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well, put that there, YouTube, at Isla Idiomas, okay? IslaIdiomas.com is my website for my academy, and classroomgames.net is my website for materials. Yes, you can take a screenshot. I will hold you up a screenshot of that so you can see that. Also, I will be uploading this to YouTube so you can just go through it, and if you only came in later, then you can see the whole video. Something, you just have to give me maybe a few hours or a day or two to do that, because I need to do three others that I've done this week as well, and it takes a while. But yeah, if you, as I said, if you follow on at Isla Idiomas, I put a video on before I go live so that it notifies people, and we will do all those things during the week. So yes, thank you very much. Thank you for joining today. Let me turn my camera around so I can say bye-bye properly, because I always think it's important that you see people's faces, yeah? So you can see my hair. Anyway, bye-bye. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you later on in the week. I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow night, a live on Wednesday night, and I think maybe Saturday and Sunday. It depends what my time is like and what I'm doing at the weekend. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, and see you then. Bye-bye.